Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Money Matters Top Tips for Success, where each and every day I bring on new business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives and have them share their top tips for success with you. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Dennis ONeill on the line, and he's CEO over at ONeill Capital Advisors. Dennis, welcome to the show.
It's great to be on your show. I appreciate the interview.
So I'm excited to get more into your background and all the great work that you're doing over at ONeill Capital Advisors. But before we do that, let's get a little bit further into your background. So how did you get started in your career and in business?
Sure. My background is 30 years of investment banking. I helped start two of the largest regional investment banks in Chicago, and then I ran the SoftBank E2 Capital office. So I've raised a couple of $1 billion in early stage capital. I've been involved in about 70 public companies. And what's really, I came from, I started off in the commodity industry, managing money for investors in the commodity markets. And, that went fairly well, but I felt that investment banking had more long-term potential. Not only that, but I was you're able to learn about a multitude of different industries and companies on a yearly basis. So it's very exciting. And, obviously it's, I like the challenge of learning things new all the time.
That's awesome. So Dennis, let's get a little bit further into ONeill Capital Advisors. So first, tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
Sure. ONeill Capital Advisors is an institutional marketing platform for qualified deals. What we do is that we have about 40,000 investors in our network. The vast majority of them are institutional investors, which are investors that manage anywhere from like $50 million to $2 billion. So what we do is that we look for companies that have high quality management teams that are track record of success in the sector of the market that they're operating in. We look for companies that have raised some capital themselves, and we like to see how they deployed that capital within that sector, within the company. We really don't like startups or seed rounds. We're more of an A through C type round funding, which are next, after you do the family and friends round. And obviously we like exciting businesses that have, very, very disruptive technologies that are in, vibrant markets that are growing exponentially fast, or at least large markets. If you disrupt them, that there'll be, a significant return on investment.
So, investment banking, 30 years, work with a lot of capital, billions of dollars. What's interesting to you right now? Like, just what excites you? What gets you up in the morning in the investment world and in opportunities?
Well, I think the whole world is changing. The world is changing and is being disrupted in a significant way. I think a lot of it has to do with blockchain because now we have a new technology to where that everywhere from usability on everything you can possibly think of. Blockchain allows allows a couple different things. It allows things to be 100% transparent, have 100% accountability, significantly safer than other technologies. And now it's being deployed in every single market that you can possibly think of. And what that is doing is that it is killing the middleman. And basically, it allows people to deal more directly in business transactions, which makes them faster, cheaper, and a whole host of other things. But I think blockchain is very, very interesting. I like medical technologies as well. I like fintech in the market because these are the markets that are being disrupted, the most right now.
Let's talk about blockchain a little bit further in application. So, lots of different uses. I feel like the fiat side of things gets way too much way too much media and talk just because obviously it's what people follow, right? So crypto this, crypto that, which is okay. And there's its own way. So I'm not under like trying to bring down the importance of that, because it is a huge part of what's happening. But let's talk about some of the other uses of blockchain that you find interesting. And
sure, I think just to set the landscape here so that everybody understands is that there are three different sides of blockchain that are currently in the market. One is utilized for cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and things of that sort, which we don't have anything to do with. The second side of that is what they call security token offerings, which is basically shares of the company are tokenized, and basically you own a percentage of the company opposed to owning shares, which allows, typically in a stock transaction, it's, you call up a broker, the broker puts the order through the trading desk goes to a market maker, the market maker goes through a clearinghouse, the clearinghouse goes through DTC, and from DTC it goes through a transfer agent, and it settles 3 days later. With security token offerings, all this stuff happens instantaneously, and it kills all those middlemen in the middle. And what it allows for is faster, cheaper, safer transactions in the marketplace. So we're expecting that security token offerings all assets will be tokenized, over the next 10 years or so, we believe. And that, so we believe that the security token, STO market, as we call it, it's starting to build. It's the beginning of the hockey stick, and we think this market has tremendous potential, and we're active in it. The other side is blockchain just as a technology for tracking. It's being used a lot in logistics and even in healthcare records. It's being utilized in food. And basically what it allows you to do is that it allows you to track everything, with complete transparency, and it makes it faster, cheaper, safer to do business. So what we're starting to see is that we're starting to see all the large players starting to converge into the blockchain, because if they don't do it, their competitors will, and they'll be at a significant disadvantage in the market.
Oh yeah, it's not. You're exactly what you said. Like, it's not a matter of if you want to or can you, if you better, or else.
Otherwise you're gonna. Otherwise, you'll be disrupted, and you'll be looking at your competitors taking over your market.
I like the way you said that. It's pretty politically correct. You'll be disrupted. You'll be out of business depending on where you're at or how big you are, or you'll be rushing to acquire those that did it, and you'll be definitely paying fat margins for that, because they'll know you need them. or you'll be taking a lot of loans out until you go out of business. Oh man, all the above, and none of those are good things. So it's one of those things that you're just like, man, it's happening. And the good thing is, and obviously I'm speaking generally here, I feel like people are waking up faster than maybe once upon a time, and with different technologies, just because of how quickly
especially with blockchain, they're starting to tokenize real estate assets. Physical assets, and $100 million building now. You can make an investment into that, for $1,000 or $2,000, because they've tokenized it down to those levels. So, before when people couldn't be able to, and you own it directly, so you don't have to go through, the lawyers, the title company, the insurance people, and everything else. You can buy and sell that real estate 365 days of the year, and you can buy or sell it. Yeah, no, it's all these assets are going to be tokenized for sure.
And if you think about like the evolution of money or fiat, or even the concept of that, like how long, I don't know the answer to this. You probably do, actually, now that I think about it. You're smart. How long did it take us to accept a paper, like a piece of paper that we call money versus gold? Like,
right.
And we're already tokenizing and accepting it that way. Like, that's nothing. Hundreds and hundreds of years.
The only difference. The only difference between tokenized assets and money is that they're not printing more assets every day.
Yes.
Out of the same account. So as the U.S. government continues to print money, those dollars are being worth less, but assets will hopefully appreciate,
Man. So Dennis, if somebody's listening to this and they want to learn more about ONeill Capital Advisors, I mean, what's the best way for them to do that?
Just go to www.ONeill, ONeill, the word capital, and then ADVISORS.com, ONeill Capital Advisors. And you can take a look there, and basically we're looking for two things. We're looking for high quality deals that management teams with a track record of success. And we're looking for obviously new funding sources. If people are interested in investing in the sector of the market, we'll talk to them as well.
That's awesome. Well, hey, Dennis, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your background and, of course, all the great work you're doing over at ONeill Capital Advisors. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Money Matters Top Tips, go out and give that a subscribe and leave us some comments in the comment section. Love to hear your thoughts on what's going on with blockchain and the conversation we had today. And Dennis, thanks again for coming to the show. Really appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, Adam. Have a good day.